So we know Yom Layl does a pretty good job of their inspired takes, right? They have a nice collection of inspired takes on less common inspired takes, right? So they do the inspired takes of fragrances like Jadu by Mind Games. They've done French Defense. They recently did, I think I picked up from them, Vibrato from Suspiro, or their version, I should say. But one of the things that I think is overlooked is the fact that they do their own stuff. They do their own signature fragrances as well. In fact, I know I have two of the three, I want to say, that have already been released. And then now there's another one that I just got out of allowed it to macerate for a little while. So we're going to talk about it as far as the first impression. This is from Yman Leo, and this one is Dubai Chocolate. We're going to talk about it here in a moment. All right, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, and you're watching Smell Goods. I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you hanging out with me for a little bit as we talk through more of the fragrances in my collection, but also document my fragrance journey and hopefully help you in your fragrance journey as well. If this is your first time stopping through, definitely appreciate you making your way this way. Thankfully that the algorithm brought you my direction as well. But make sure that it's not your last time. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, request notifications, and then meet us in the comments. And by us, I simply mean the rest of the Smell Good squad. So what's up to all of y'all that have watched videos before? You're already part of the team. You're already part of the squad. You've subscribed. Welcome back for another video. All right. As far as, again, Yom Layl, you all know I've got a few Yom Layls in my collection, quite a few of the full bottles as well as the travel sprays, because those discovery sets, they really work for kind of discovering what else is there at the house of Yom Layl. But they recently sent over their latest signature fragrance. And when I say signature, that's their own original fragrance. They have now, I believe, 3, and this is their 4th one, I believe. I've got 2 of them, Solar and Nizam. And then there's a 3rd one, I should say, that is more feminine in its lean. So I don't have that one, but this now makes the 4th one that I'm aware of, that I can think of off the top of my head, as far as they've released as far as an original signature fragrance. So this one is called Dubai Chocolate. Dubai Chocolate. Let's let it focus so you can see the side there. And of course, one of the ways that we know that this is a signature fragrance is because the label on it is black, as opposed to their other labels or plates, which are silver in color, which are the ones that are the inspired takes. So let's go ahead. And again, I've only sprayed this once or twice just to get it going for maceration. Just pulled it out a little earlier today and figured let's go ahead and do the video for it. So in the air, chocolate, for sure chocolate, but not just chocolate. There's a little nuttiness to this chocolate, as it were. Okay, so definitely a gourmand fragrance, right? Of course, chocolate is going to be a gourmand fragrance. This is a nice gourmand fragrance. Yeah, there's a nuttiness. There's also creaminess to this, right? It also appears it's not just the sweetness of the chocolate. So this is not like a cloyingly sweet chocolate or an over the top sweet chocolate. This is chocolate with some nuttiness, some creaminess, but also there's I want to say there's some floral components in this as well, right? Yeah, so definitely unisex in its lean. I don't necessarily think that this is strictly male, strictly female. What makes this a nice gourmand from a male perspective is that it's not overly sweet. It's just sweet enough, just gourmand enough, where it's something that could definitely be worn as an evening fragrance, definitely for fall and winter. This is kind of where I see this fitting in. This does not feel like this would be for summer. This could do spring evenings, but I think that this just feels more at home in the fall and winter, and definitely in the evening. This wouldn't be a daytime fragrance for me. This definitely would be kind of night out. This would be intentional night out. This would be dinner. This would be hanging out, whether it be at the, at a lounge or club or whatever, something of that nature. Not an overly active, as it were, but more just kind of sitting, relaxing, chilling, sipping your beverage of choice, what have you. If you're prone to cigars, maybe smoking a cigar, that type of thing. But that's where this fragrance kind of reminds me of and kind of sits and feels for me, right? Couldn't tell you as far as longevity just yet. I'll probably come back and do a follow-up on this. And just want to give us some time to kind of see. Now, as this is just, in the time that I've sprayed it, the chocolatiness is still there, but it's kind of being overtaken. There's some floral components that are starting to come through. Yeah, and there's almost this caramel type of feel to it as well. So it's interesting because yes, you get the chocolatiness, you get the nuttiness, you get the caramel, and you get some floral notes in there, right? Yeah, yeah. So let's take a look at the notes and see what we actually have going on here as far as the actual fragrance. Give me a second here. All right, go to there. Okay, so what we've got here is top notes are chocolate, hazelnut, Kunafa, I'm not sure what that is, pistachio cream. Middle notes are caramel, Madagascar vanilla, all right. Coffee, nutmeg, olibanum, Ylang-Ylang, violet, carnation, Bulgarian rose, and jasmine. Okay. And then base notes are amber, musk, sandalwood, iris, and praline. So, yeah, this, as I mentioned, the floral notes come out not overly floral, but it kind of helps to soften that chocolate a little more, kind of helps to soften that sweetness a little more. So you get this more sweet floral type of thing going on, right? Yeah, now the nuttiness I would say was that hazelnut and even maybe some of that praline. What was it? Praline cream or pistachio cream, I should say. Yeah, yeah, not bad, not bad at all. This is something I'm definitely going to spend a little more time with, kind of really acquainting myself with, kind of really digging into a little more. But it does work. I see it for fall, for winter. Another solid one from the House of Yman Leo that again shows their range, shows that they're not just good at doing inspired takes, but they have some creativity on their own just to create other fragrances that are going to be solid ones. This one, I don't know when this is going to officially launch, if it has, but definitely if you know how they do with their signature fragrances, if there's something you want to check out, I would say definitely see if you can get your nose on it, even if you just do the 30 ml. I'm not sure. I can't remember if this is going to be a discovery scent available, but definitely if you can get the opportunity to check it out. And because once it's gone, they kind of do tend to go away for a while. And then when they do a new batch, they do a new batch. But if you're wanting to kind of check this out, you may want to check this out now. And in fact, I'll put, again, because I don't get necessarily any credit for this, but if you I'll put Dedrick Hicks' link in there. That way, if you do spend, I think it's $84.99, you get a free 10 ml. So definitely that's something for you to check out there as well. All right. That's it. Another one from the House of Yom Layl. That is definitely something maybe to put on your radar. Nice gourmand original signature scent from them. Do me the favor, of course, hit that like, hit that subscribe, request notifications, share, meet me in the comments, check out the video here, and then we'll see you next video. Be blessed. Peace.